Hello, Algebra 1. This is Mr. McElhaney. And the first thing I want to say is Happy Pi Day. It's March 14th. Very important day, at least for me. And this second video is a video to show you that when you factor a trinomial, a does not need to equal 1. So in this case, what we're looking at is the trinomial 6x squared minus 11x plus 4. You can see that a is 6, b is negative 11, and c is 4. But the important thing to note is that a is not 1 this time. A is 6. A can be anything as long as it can't be 0, because then you don't have a trinomial. But it can be any non-zero number. So in this video, a is 6. But the process is exactly the same as the last video. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to begin by multiplying a times c. And in this case, a times c is 6 times 4, which is 24. All right, so now we need our special numbers. And from the last video, you should remember that the two special numbers have to do both of these things. First, they have to multiply to get a times c, which in this case, as you know, is 24. The second thing they have to do is those special numbers have to add to get b, which in this problem, b is negative 11. So remember, I told you in the last video that you have to be kind of good with your multiplication tables, and you also have to be pretty good with your patsing. So what two numbers will multiply together to give 24 and add together to give negative 11? Those two numbers will be negative 3 and negative 8. Negative 3 times negative 8 is positive 24. That's Pat's, remember that. And negative 3 plus negative 8 is negative 11. So we're going to use those two special numbers to rewrite the original problem. Remember that the order in which you use negative 3 and negative 8 does not matter. You can use negative 3 first and then negative 8 second, or you can turn it around. Negative 8 first, negative 3 second. So in this problem, I'll use negative 8 first. So to rewrite, I'm going to write 6x squared minus 8x minus 3x plus 4. Remember, negative 8x minus 3x is still negative 11x. I haven't changed this. I haven't changed the value. I've only changed the way that it looks. Okay, ready to cut this in half? Here we go. Cut in half. 2 terms on the left, 2 terms on the right. All right, we want to find the GCF. You have 2 choices. That GCF can either be 2x or it can be negative 2x. Both of them are correct. Depending on which one you use, you're going to get a different looking answer, but it'll still be the same answer that somebody else would get if they used the opposite. I'm going to use this time, I'm going to use negative 2x. So, negative 2x comes out front. And the question is, what do you have to multiply negative 2x by to get 6x squared? And that answer is negative 3x. Negative 2x times negative 3x is positive 6x squared. Remember, exponent property 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. Now, what do you have to multiply negative 2x by to get negative 8x? That's going to be plus 4. Negative 2x times 4 is negative 8x. If you had chosen positive 2x as your GCF, positive 2x, you would have signs different in here. You would have positive 3x minus 4. All right, now remember this has to be repeated. This negative 3x plus 4 has to be repeated over here. So now you need a multiplier. What multiplier? Here. When you multiply that number by negative 3x and by 4, gives you negative 3x plus 4. That multiplier is 1. 1 times negative 3x is negative 3x. 1 times 4 is 4. Now you're ready for your final answer. It's going to be the product of two binomials. Start with what's inside the parentheses. What is inside the parentheses? Negative 3x plus 4. Now, the second set of parentheses is what's going to be outside the parentheses, which is negative 2x plus 1. That is the product of two binomials. This is your answer. On your own, you can check to verify that when you FOIL negative 3x plus 4 times negative 2x plus 1, you get 6x squared minus 11x plus 4. Now, the next problem is just going to show you that a can even be negative. Negative 10x is the value of a here. Negative 10, sorry, a is negative 10. B is 1, C is 2. So what we're factoring now, negative 10 x squared plus x plus 2. So a can be a negative number. The good news, though, is that everything stays the same. Nothing changes as far as how you do the problem. So you start by multiplying a times c. A times c in this problem would be negative 10 times 2, which is negative 20. All right, now you need your special numbers. Your special numbers have to do two things. The first thing your special numbers have to do is they have to multiply to get a times c, which is negative 20 in this problem. Second thing that these two special numbers have to do is they have to add to get b, which in this case is positive 1. So what are those special numbers? what two numbers multiply to get negative 20 and add together to give positive 1. Again, being really good at your multiplication facts helps a lot. Those two numbers are going to be 5 and negative 4. 5 times negative 4 is negative 20. 5 plus negative 4 is 1. All right, we're going to rewrite the original problem using the special numbers. Negative 10x squared. The order of the special numbers does not matter. So I'll use plus 5x minus 4x plus 2. Negative 5x minus 4x is still 1x, which is the original problem. We're going to cut in half 2 terms on the left, 2 terms on the right. All right, you can get your GCF here, and you can use as your GCF either 5x or negative 5x. So in the last problem, I used the negative part. I'm going to use the positive part this time. I'll say the GCF is 5x. It can also be negative 5x, but I'm going to pick 5x. So I'm going to take out that GCF, and I'm going to ask myself, 5x times what is negative 10x squared? And that's going to be negative 2x. 5 times negative 2 is negative 10. X times x is x squared. And then 5x times what is 5x? That will be plus 1. 5x times 1 is 5x. All right, time to repeat this, negative 2x plus 1, over here. This and this have to be the same. And then you need a multiplier. So the question is, what number here times negative 2x is going to give you negative 4x? The answer to that is 2. 2 times negative 2x is negative 4x. 2 times 1 is 2. Now you're ready for your product of two binomials. Start with what's inside the parentheses. Negative 2x plus 1. Then, and remember this up here is a 2. It's a positive 2, so I'm going to put that plus sign there. Then the next set of parentheses is what's outside the parentheses up here, which is 5x plus 2. And on your own, you can verify that if you FOIL negative 2x plus 1 times 5x plus 2, you get negative 10x squared plus x plus 2. All right, if you need to, go back and review either this video or the first video. And if you have questions, you can ask when we do our Zoom conference. All right, have a great day, everybody. Bye.